Good evening, Melinda. Melinda, can you hear me? She's not. Yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah. Good evening. And yeah, me too. Nice to see you here. Yeah. And also, yeah, Mr. Paul also here, upstate. 아, 휴대하고 휴식이라서 Thanks for your reminding me. I forgot to Ah, okay, now can you hear me well, Tashir Hazo? It's okay, right? Okay. Yeah. Recording the date with SPG. Okay, recording. Do more like record on this computer, right? Now I'm learning practice. Yeah, back on the day, me, dela, jig, me, so, six people. Uh, now, time is also important here already. Now 6:30. Now, firstly, here I would like to say good evening to everybody. And now let's start right here. Firstly, let's do some what's that? Short meditation, right? Breathing meditation. Oh, good evening. Yeah, yeah. Hi, good evening. Yeah. So firstly, let's do for some short breathing meditation. Actually, that we can do on what's that? Focus on, fully focus on, attention on the sense of breathing. On inhale, breathing of inhale, process inhale and exhale. And then individual can be do it with counting by yourself. Inhale and exhale. Sense of inhale, exhale with fully attention, focus. 1, 2, like this, right? 10 or 7, 10, and then again 10, 10. With fully focus, fully attention on the sense of breathing, inhale and exhale as an object, taking as an object. Okay, that may firstly maybe that would definitely help our mind to be get liberated from free from the wandering or distraction, whatever we say, right? Okay, free from that. Mind to get into the state of peace and neutral, free from all these unnecessary wandering. So yeah, that firstly let's do. Okay, so a few minutes, and then during that moment, individual can try to fully focus on that. And if you lose your concentration, focus on the object sense of inhale, exhale. No, not don't worry. You can take back again with your awareness and take back again. Take back again. Try. Okay. Count. Yeah. Let's start. Okay. Maybe meditation. I mean concentration meditation maybe enough. And then here I would like to request you all of you to Jose here on maybe mute your. It's good if you mute your Jose this online this during. And then when you have question answer, raise your hand. Then I can we can turn on ask question. Okay. Yeah. Now secondly, let's do pray for Manjushri. With reciting mantra, Manjushri mantra, Om Arapasanati. That's also very, very helpful for developing our right? Our intellectual mind, increase the power of our intellectual mind, wisdom. Because here, actually, intellectual mind is very necessary, essential for all matters, even for the study, even for the business, even right, even for any other job to do, or even for the dharma practice, training mind. Here, intellectual mind is very, very important, even here in Buddhism. practice intellectual mind. Yeah, particularly in the to training our mind, right, to eliminate or transform our negative emotion here. Wisdom, usually Buddhists we are saying wisdom, which means intellectual mind, is very very essential, important, one of the important. Right. So let's do first of all prayer for Manjushri. But here to do Manjushri prayer, also Manjushri of course deity, actually we can't see directly as we ordinarily, right, due to our impure karma. But here we can do visualize the our current guru, present guru, His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama, who is the indifferences, oneness of Manjushri, form of Manjushri. That's also if possible. Or Dalai Lama, as in our human form, in his heart, Manjushri. Okay, like that's like object of visualization for Manjushri prayer. And then read for this Kangloma. Okay, then Arabasa several times for that. Lama the Hongombo Jabe Yangla Chase Lo Kangi Lo Tingi Tinja Nida Namda Rasave Chingi Dungu Chishin Sishi Nigi Tugar Lepamse Kanda Sibi Sera Mari Mindum Tunga Gis Tozo La Puji Tagu Yala Toju Yangde So Druda Cheto Nimoni Lo Legi Chado Maring Muse Dunga Nyugu Chingi Junze Rati Nam Dene Tachin Saju Tasu Yude Hunzo Jase Chuta Chuta Chungi Gize Dalu Mise Jambe Yang La De Now Majushi Om Arabaza Na This mantra maybe everyone can be also recite and follow and enjoy. Om Arabazana Om Arabazana Om Arabazana Now dedication of this worship. Sende Kigi Kerawe Serke, Dalu Timu Mumba Rasane, Kata Tenju Shunglu Toba Yi, Ludre Bobe, Nawa Zeldus, Tesamu Gobe, Shera Pendoso, Cheze Sobe, Ludre Gezoso, Choda, Tumu Muduza, Yudu Keran Tabo Chinge, Dejen Henge, Yishi Chardoso, Muzi Trube, Tima Seldoso, Simi Tesum Java Chedos, Yudu Keran Tabo Chinge. Now let me recite one one stanza in Sanskrit, right? In Tibetan we are saying shloka, 4-line verses. That's for me to to develop to set up my proper motivation before starting this my explanation here. Usually I'm reciting these words as at the beginning. That's also helpful for me as a reminding motivation, proper motivation, yeah, to right, to and also to free from the those this afflictive emotion, negative emotional delusions. For the purpose of my here explaining, teaching dharma should be mind, should be motivation, should be with the pure as much as possible from my side also, not to be right, should not be aim of the reputation, name, or right, or other beneficial that free from. Usually we are saying to get free from eight worldly things, right? Eight worldly dharmas. Tibetan we are saying thoughts of Edu. So that was very helpful for them. 遇到是听我说吧，참민지 장샘종어 람송주 차자천보이 초뉴도 토바치 유다지 티와 쳐봐 참민지 장샘종어 람송주 차자천보이 초뉴도 토바치 yeah. Now now here, I hope that Jose here, people in online, everyone can hear well, right? My voice. It's okay, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Now today here, I'm going to explain firstly, briefly, about the teaching of this Four Noble Truth here. That is actually the understanding of having the understanding of this Four Noble Truth is foundation for the all these Buddhist followers. All Buddhist followers must have the understanding of Four Noble Truth teaching, right? Teaching of Four Noble Truth taught by Gautama Buddha at Sarnath after enlightenment, achieved the enlightenment in Bodh Gaya. Four Noble Truth. So that is actually, of course, very how to say, that's the main motivation, aim. That's the main aim. Buddha Shakyamuni, his vision, his aim is all samsara sentient beings who are suffering with the afflictive emotion, right? Wishing all samsara sentient beings to get free from suffering, state of suffering, and causes of suffering, right? And wishing all sentient beings to be achieved the state of peace or nirvana, or we are saying long-lasting happiness or permanent happiness, right? Yes, that's one thing. So actually, all sentient beings have desire, strong desire and strong wish to achieve and to live with a peaceful, happiness, comfortable life. No one wanted, right, to how say, to get suffering, or nobody wanted to live in suffering. That's true. Yeah, but no one wanted to get suffering. No one wanted to live with suffering, but with the with the afflictive emotion, with the power of afflictive emotion, sentient beings are getting suffering, right? Getting suffering because of the power of delusions, afflictive emotions. So all afflictive emotion. So that was clearly discovered, understood, realized by Gautama Buddha, Buddha Shakyamuni, right? And then sentient beings, yes, sentient beings do not want suffering, but they are going or getting into the suffering because of ignorance mind, defluted, right? Because of the mind of afflictive emotion, as like attachment, sense of strong attachment mind, anger, and ignorance. For that, due to that, following under the afflictive emotion, sentient beings, committing, right? Get into the committee of negative actions. Usually we are saying negative karma, means negative action, commit negative action or sin. And with that negative action, sentient beings get the consequences of right negative action, suffering, which means suffering, experience suffering, the result of negative actions and delusions. And even there is one quotation from Shantideva, Bodhichara Avatara. Maybe I can't, maybe in Tibetan, if I, how to say, first recite this in Tibetan, maybe in English, maybe I will try the point. Dungal Dordulo Yekang, Dungal Nila Mombar Jukes. That means sentient beings have, every sentient beings, samsara sentient being has a strong wish to overcome from suffering, but they are running after the suffering. They are running after the how to say, after the causes of suffering. They are running after the suffering with the afflictive emotions. Right? That means Shantideva words that. Dunga Dordulo Yekang, Dunga Nila Mombar Jukes. First two line verses. Another two line was there were Dögyangsa. Yeah, next two line is there were Dögyangsa. All sentient beings wanted or strong wish, have dream, strong dream of happiness. There were Dögyang. Timuk Persa. Rangi Dewa Dadajum. Even sentient beings all have dream of happiness, achieve the happiness, but they, how say, they destroy the happiness with the through the ignorance mind they own, right? Afflictive emotion, like that. Dewa Dögyang Timupe Rangi Dewa Dadarjom, like that. So that's true actually. Yeah, by Shantideva master. So that's why here, as wanted, as wish and wanted wanted happiness, to achieve the happiness, each and everyone need to be right. Control or transform the negative emotion, because of without control or subdue your negative emotion, individual could not be achieve the happiness because of afflictive emotion. Afflictive emotion do not allow the happiness, right? Instead of and then as wanted to overcome suffering, also each and everyone need to be control the afflictive emotion, because of afflictive emotion cause the suffering problem, right? Problem. So anyway, if we look into the both aspect, to overcome from suffering, need to be control the control or transform the afflictive emotion. As wanted to achieve the happiness, for happiness, achieve the happiness, individual need to be transform the afflictive emotion. So that's why here in the Buddhist teaching, the main purpose of Buddhist teaching and the target target of what's the target of Buddhist training teaching is to subdue or to transform the afflictive emotion which exists within our mental state. Yeah, that's the here key point. So that's why first, truth of suffering, and second is the origin of suffering, right? Yeah. What's the origin of suffering is what? Afflictive emotion. Then once afflictive emotion, and usually we are saying karma. Here karma is not all karma. Karma with the afflictive emotion, right? Karma, afflictive emotion and usually we are saying karma. Here karma means negative karma, right? Negative action, negative karma. So these are the afflictive emotion and karma these two are the origin or cause of suffering, origin of suffering. Suffering and origin of suffering. First these two. So that these two are teaching us actually the teaching of these two, truth of suffering and origin of suffering. These are actually actually based on these are actual fact, truth of actually all these are based on fact, taught, discovered by Buddha, teach by Buddha, taught by Buddha. But actually all these are based on fact, reality. So even we can see, or if we go to apply or analyze this one's own analyze on individual life, experiment or analyze, right? Suffering, analyze on one's own individual experience of suffering and causes of suffering. If we analyze within the individual life, in the past, present, individual can also get understand clearly understand without no if analyze. If we apply these two teaching, apply into the one's individual life with experiment, with analyze, individual can be clear understand that, could be clear understand what taught by Buddha, right? That's very clear. This teaching truth of suffering, also suffering, not just we should not just talk in the empty in the space, right? Not just like talking in the speech, empty talk speech. If you analyze the Buddha's teaching within in individual life, individual can be that's very useful. Individual can be understand for that. Oh, that's it true. What Buddha teaching taught is really true. It's, all these are fact, based on fact. Yeah. So that's why these are the usually we are saying fact finding, right? With the analyzing. Yeah. And then now question: are these truth of suffering and origin of suffering which I experienced within my life, are these two, can I eliminate? Do I eliminate? Can I eliminate or can I liberate from these two? Right? Can I transform the experience suffering and afflictive emotion? Can I transform that? Can I liberate it? Can I get free from that or not? That's the question, right? Number second, that Buddha has said, Nagarjuna and all these 17 Pandita masters and even Tibetan masters, they all said, yes, every human being has, right? Individual could be, and can be able to get free from truth of suffering and origin of suffering. If individual take the serious effort, that could be possible to able to eliminate or liberate it. That Buddha has taught for that. There is a possibility, more possibility, right, to eliminate or to get free, liberated from the suffering, condition, suffering, and origin of suffering. Could be able to eliminate or liberate it. That's why third is called truth of cessation. Cessation means cease, right? Cease or liberate from what? Liberate from the suffering and causes of suffering. Cease. Then how? The third is cessation or liberated. And fourth is what? They said path. There is a path, right? Path with path which individual can be practice, right? Do the practice, study, learning, and meditate. Action of right? Meditation with one's own action in the path, right path. Individual can be liberated, free. So path, number 4 saying path, truth of path, cessation or liberation, and path. Like that. So these four number 2 is Buddha have said. Now that's why Buddha in Sarnath, when he introduced this four noble truth, Buddha have introduced in three round. First he said this when he introduced the four noble truth. First he introduced in three way of is right introduced. Uh, First, he said, just introducing. So, this our example. What are the truth of suffering, nature of suffering, truth of suffering is example. Our these five aggregates, right? Our body, our feeling, right? Basically, our body, feeling, recognitions, discrimination, and other mental factors and conscious. Our five aggregates are the nature of suffering. Are the nature of truth of suffering, nature of suffering. Secondly, the causes of this afflictive emotion and negative karma are the origin of suffering. Afflictive emotion and karma are the actually causes of our these five aggregates, right? Our individual five aggregates, life, in lives. These are the origin of suffering. So these are the origin of suffering, and then liberated or absence or free, liberated or free from the abandon the afflictive emotion and karma, negative karma, are the truth of cessation and mind understanding of emptiness is the truth of path, real path. So to eliminate afflictive emotion from the root completely, and here Buddhist we are seeing mind understanding and meditate on the emptiness or selflessness viewpoint is the here key key path, key factor, key path for for the liberation, state of the liberation. Mind understanding of emptiness, meditate on emptiness is the key factor or main path, principal path, one of the principal path, right, for the liberation, cessation, right, cessation or liberation, state of liberation, or Sanskrit is saying arhat, state of arhat or nirvana in Sanskrit words. In English, say state of liberation, right? Tibetan we are saying tharpe khopan, right? Now, and then now, we human being has a great potential and great ability, capacity and ability to learn, to study, to understand, and to meditate on the emptiness. Every human being has a specially capability or ability to learn, right, or and meditate on the emptiness view, emptiness viewpoint. Yeah, that's the main here. So that's why Buddha gave the teaching of emptiness for us, right? To with the aim of achieving the state of liberation, to overcome from this afflictive emotion and suffering. So that's why this number one, that. Number two, nature of our mind. We human beings has right this mind and consciousness. And the nature of our consciousness or our mind is clarity, non-diluted. Non-diluted. It's clarity, pure and clarity, and has having the potential of awareness of all reality, right? All reality, all object, reality of object of phenomena, include emptiness. Number two, that point. So we, yeah. So, and number three, we now here, we born in here in how to say, in the time of Buddha Dharma flourish time. Luckily, right? Time and factor. Number three, we all are now born in the period or time of right flourish the Buddha Dharma here under the leadership of His Holiness Dalai Lama now. Luckily, very fortunate, very lucky, right? Right now, Buddha Dharma is already has flourished. Still, it is Buddha Dharma is here, still flourish in our world, in our current world, and we have our great leaders, spiritual, many teachers, leaders, particularly His Holiness Dalai Lama, Dalai Lama. That's very very lucky. With under their guide, their leaders, spiritual leader, their guide is right. I think we are also we can also we can be learn many right this spiritual spiritual teaching many good things spiritual life teachings include their path, their own spiritual path, right path, right? That's also very very important factor for the achieve the for the state of nirvana or liberation. If you born in even if you born in a human life but without in the darkness of Buddha Dharma teaching, non-volatile, then impossible, right? Even born in human life, but not in the flourish of Buddha Dharma period time, yeah, then impossible, right? That's also very important. So anyway, total those three conditions, good conditions. With those conditions, so we go with understanding of these factors, these factors, as I told you, then each and every individual can be take that as opportunity, great opportunity, right, for your own individual beneficial happiness. Yes. And with that, to fulfill the dream, one's own dream, individual dream, wish of happiness. So that's why. So for now, I hope that now this my explanation in this for now. I hope it might you could be you all can be maybe not could be fine, should be fine, could be fine because my English not so actually good high. Yeah. And then number two, as Buddhist followers, as we are Buddhist followers, as Buddhist followers, also understanding of the Buddha's teaching, having the understanding of Buddha's teaching is also very very important. Yes, what is the essence of Buddhist teaching? What is the essence of Buddhist practice? Right? That's also very important. So here, Four Noble Truth, understanding of Four Noble Truth, and practice of this Four Noble Truth, engage in the practice of Four Noble Truth, engaging in the practice is the key factor here, foundation for all Buddhist followers. That's also very important. Just prayers, just doing prayers with Buddha Dharma Sangha without knowing the Four Noble Truth is insufficient. It's insufficient. Not enough. It's not good. That's also very very important Because of, as a Buddhist follower, we have a strong faith, belief on the Buddha Dharma Sangha, right? Buddha Dharma Sangha. And then we are going to take faith, belief and faith towards the Buddha, right? With the purpose of what? With the aim what? What's the aim? Goal? What's the purpose of we are say refuge, take refuge the Buddha? That's the question, right? So what? What's our problem? That's also important. Problem is what, as I told you, suffering and causes of suffering. For that reason, we are right taking refuge as a refuge. Right? We need Dharma. We need Dharma. We need to apply Dharma practice. As I told you, right? Dharma here is we need to apply in the teaching of Buddha as path. Truth of path. Truth of path. Practicing path. Path is the main. With applying the path, individual can be gradually overcome from suffering and origin of suffering. With the right, with the application in the practice, in the engage of the path, teaching Buddha. Path give teaching taught by Buddha or Buddha. So that the individual can be liberated. Liberated from what? Suffering and origin of suffering. That's called cessation. Right? Here. So that's why it's very important to be having the understanding of Buddha teaching. So that's why here Buddha is the speaker, teacher, and speaker of right? Speaker or teacher. And Dharma is here is it's like doctor. Buddha is the like doctor, teacher, speaker. Dharma here is the medicine, as I told last time, real medicine. Buddha is the doctor. Dharma is the medicine, real Dharma. Sangha is the assistance, right? Spiritual, a company or assistance, right? It's like nurse. So here, Tibetan we are saying Sangye, Chetan, Sogishan, three object or three jewels, right? Which we are going to take refuge. Buddha Dharma, three jewels. We need to take refuge of these three objects. Among these three objects, jewels, main is Dharma. Jewels, Dharma. Dharma is the here main. In Dharma. So Dharma here, as I told you, true path teaching, right? Teaching of true path. Yes. So that we need to study, we need to learn, and we need to also practice both. Learn, study, and practice. In the Dharma means path, taught by Buddha, given by Buddha, teach by Buddha. That's very, very important. As like medicine. If patient do not take the medicine, what doctor can help? How doctor can be healed? Right? Heal our disease, right? How doctor patient can be healed or relieved from, right? From the sickness, free from the sickness. If patient do not take the medicine, doctor or nurse cannot be helped. Right? Similarly here, we samsara beings, if we do not learn and practice Dharma, how Buddha and Bodhisattva, Guru can be helped? If individuals do not do nothing, right? Only rely on a prayer, then I don't think they cannot they can't do much or they can't help much. Maybe very limited they can help. They can't help much. So mainly we as followers, we are students of Buddha, follower of Buddha. We need to learn and practice the Dharma as like need to take the medicine. Here. For that purpose, yes. For that, of course, Buddha gave teaching. If Buddha can heal us, relieve us without, right, learning and practice from our side, then why Buddha teaching us? There's no reason, no sense, right? Buddha give teaching. If Buddha can heal or protect by his own power fully, completely, right, without engaging from the from the samsara sentient beings, then why Buddha have need? Buddha would not be given teaching, definitely. In the first, let me recite Tibetan, then I will try it in English. Tumnam Digba Chui Mitushin. Tumnam Digba Chui Mitushin means all Buddha Bodhisattva cannot wash our sin negative by their own hand, right? Tumnam Digba Chui Mitushin. And Dove Dung, first line. Second line, Dove Dunga Chage Misela. And Buddha Bodhisattva, they cannot remove or take, right, suffering which experienced by other sentient beings. Buddha Bodhisattva cannot be removed, taken by their own hand. Third one line was Nigi Tokwa Shela Pomintes. And also, and all Buddha Bodhisattva, they cannot transfer their own inner happiness, experience their own inner happiness or their peace and happiness or their realization cannot be transferred into the mind of some other sentient beings. Nigi Tokwa Shela Pomintes. Third one. Fourth last line was Chingi Demba Tembe Toa. Then the question, how Buddha and Bodhisattva or Guru, they can be, they can help or they can help sentient beings to overcome from suffering, right? To liberate from suffering is only by through the giving the teaching. With the teaching by Buddha Bodhisattva, samsara sentient beings can be get into the liberate from the samsara suffering, state of suffering, with the study, hearing, contemplating, and meditation. You should be saying, right? Yeah, 3 stages. So that's why these 4 line verses is that's true. Yeah, there's one of my friends here who is reminding me. That's really true. These 4 line verses is taught by Buddha own words. One of the sutra, I think. So now here, anyone have any question here? Here, upstate Paul, Tashi, Monica, Tashi Hatso, Melinda, and also Carrie. Yes, Carrie, hi. And also Sarah, Seya, Jill, Olga, Rosa, and also TJ. Actually, that's true because even I can share you or tell you from my own life experience. It's really this horse having the understanding of Buddha Dharma, really teaching, and also experience or your practice in your day-to-day life, practice learning and practice in your day-to-day life really help, really protect, really help you in your day-to-day life, really helpful in getting the peace and or comfortable and control the emotion, negative emotion in day-to-day life is really helpful. My own experience, I'm telling you here. Of course, it doesn't mean that I have a great knowledge, or deep understanding, or a great practice. It's not. I'm not saying like that. What I mean here is learning the Buddhism, Buddha Dharma, and having the understanding of Buddha Dharma in your mind, and practice in one's own day-to-day life is really helpful. That I mean for that. To keep the peace mind, peaceful mind, and comfortable or control the negative emotion on time to time, on day on day to day life. It's really helpful. That I just see. Yeah.
계시가 저지고
Yeah, yeah.
당국 분께는 계시가 이 단법 보관법에는 동반이 고수 올라서 나도 맞자지 딱 계시 동반이 고마수나 이게 다가 다야도 이거를 기획하는
Oh, yeah, good question. Tashin also. Yeah, yeah.
My question was, Geshe-la was talking about how to liberate from the suffering, you have to understand emptiness. I was asking if there's ways to get liberated without understanding, without taking the concept of emptiness.
Yeah, good question actually. Yeah. To liberate from the how to say samsara or afflictive emotion completely, to liberate completely from liberate emotion, then here understand the emptiness and then meditate on emptiness. Practice the emptiness meditation is very necessary. Without having right emptiness understanding, individual cannot be liberated from the root of the afflictive emotion. Cannot be. That's true. But but even in the how to say person or individual can be right can be how to say live with the peace and comfortable with the understanding of Buddhist teaching and practice as much as will even without until even without having the understanding also. Do you understand what I mean? Yes. Without even without how to say get the obtain without obtain the emptiness even also individual can be example here before how to say, approach the emptiness there are also many stage you understand right practice path there are many path and stage individual in the journey right into the state of liberation example to liberation state of liberation there are usually we are saying there are five paths totally right first path of preparation Tsoglam stage of right path of preparation second path of preparation Jorlam thirdly path of seeing fourth path of meditation last one is path of no more learning Miloplam right path of Miloplam path of no more learning no learning is the final stage right final stage of state that's the liberation it should be a state of liberation completely all right so even so that's why before that even before reaching the publication first even begin in the beginning level individual with their own spiritual learning and practice individual can be also achieve the peace and happiness life current life happiness and control the control our emotion negative emotion even not from the root down completely but in the gross level in the emotion level right in the gross level for that yes that also yeah even yeah that also even in the first in the beginning level and then in the middle level and then highest level also there are different there are different level of peace different level of experience level right experience peace and happiness different level of peace and happiness also in experience and happiness so that's why 그래, 걔랑 지워디로 그래서 동반 임마도나 탈바도 톱도 마라. 이내야 even without get the emptiness, having the emptiness understanding, individual can live with definitely get achieve the live peace and happiness from with the practice of Buddha Dharma, from the Buddhist practice even, peace and happiness, intuitive and control the one's own negative emotion. Yes. Example: attachment, anger, sense of jealous and other afflicting emotion. Individual can be control, live with control, right? With the Buddhist practice, without having the without having the emptiness. Here, emptiness is the understanding. Emptiness is practice. Emptiness is the dealing with the root causes of all of the afflicting emotion, which means usually we are saying wrong grasping mind, wrong grasping of self grasping, wrong perception of self grasping mind. That is the root causes of all afflicting emotions. So to eliminate, to deal with that self grasping mind, wrong grasping mind, for that root causes of all delusion, for that here emptiness, understand the emptiness, mind understand emptiness is necessary. So that's why here, of course, maybe if I explain a little bit with our afflicting emotion inside, there are also root causes within the afflicting emotion, main causes, and its result. Main causes, as I told you, self-grasping mind, wrong mind is the main causes. Wrong view, right? Distorted view, wrong process, and from that wrong process, then other afflicting emotion are arising. Attachment, as I told you, right? Attachment, anger, and other these things arise. So that's why within the afflicting emotion, there are also different different types or different level. Within the afflicting emotion, there are different level. So that we need to study. Actually, we, include me, we all have a different. We all have a different level of afflicting emotion within our mental state. That's true. Actually, that's the reality. And also, we are not only just have that, living with that, having. Also, we are getting experience suffering in that. We are experiencing our mind and our life, our body, and our action, all are following, right, or controlling, following, or driving by those this different level of afflicting emotion, driving by. Even we person do not know that. In reality, right, all these afflicting emotion are running or driving, right, our mind and our body and our actions in daily life. Even person do not know that. So we need to deal all these different level afflicting emotion. To deal with all these different afflicting emotion, we need to first identify or recognize those afflicting emotion in order to deal, right, to eliminate it. As like to remove or to heal all disease from the root. First, doctor, right, or someone need to be identified, right, recognize all these sickness inside or disease sickness, right. Similarly, also here that like that. Pneumonia, rimba mambuya within different level or different types. That which we need to study, identify, or like that. So that's why he's always saying, always with proudly, Buddhism, Buddha has a very rich, right, here, very rich knowledge or teaching of this mind and metals, psychology, Buddhist psychology. He's always saying that in Buddhist teaching here about the mind and mental, those factors. He explained in very detailed, very deep and very detailed explanation. which means about our own self. For that, firstly, we need to learn and understand, to get understand all these things, and then with that understanding, then to transform or to write, to deal with all this information, then understanding of Buddhist philosophy, right view are necessary. The purpose of the Buddhist philosophy understanding is to, how to say, to eliminate, right, or to eliminate all those, how to say, distorted view mind, wrong perceptions. For that, philosophy, understanding philosophy is here necessary. That so psychology and philosophy, about understanding of Buddhist psychology and philosophy here necessary. That, yeah.
I have one more question. So when you say eliminate the wrong, do you mean eliminate where you don't think about it at all, or you mean like change it to like another thing? Like
Yeah. Here, eliminate means to change, how to say, to develop the right concept and to eliminate the wrong concept. I can say maybe, how to say, the way of our perception, right, in the right view, in the right things, in the reality. Understand? That means usually we are saying it's better to say reality. Right? In right at the present moment and right now, or in our, how to say, in our perception or in our view, there are so many, how to say, mistake illusions. Right? Even we do not know, even personally, individually, person do not know that. We believe there are so many mistakes, illusion in our perception, and we believe and we follow up under that. We believe we following under those perception, believe in that perception. That that's also wrong, right? That's why teaching of usually we are saying truth, appearance, in the appearance there's appearance and in reality exists in reality differences, right? Yeah.
How do we deal with the karmic causes of suffering? What are ways or path of maybe purifying karmic suffering?
Can you repeat again? What is that?
What are the ways of sort of purifying or dealing with karmic suffering?
Karma. In case in the if you in the sense of karma, right? Purified karma, negative karma, and how to say, which have, how to say, done by physically, verbally, right? Action. Of course, mentally, of course, karma, but mainly by physical. Of course, involving mind is the main important, right? Mind always. But for physically, verbally, usually we are saying purification practice, right? Karma. Purification practice is meant for the purify the negative karma, right? Done by, acted by physically, verbally, right? For that practice, usually, example for the text of 35 Buddhas, right? Pray for 35 Buddhas, prostration 35 Buddhas, Tungsha Hasoga, right? Pray for 35 Buddhas, Tungsha Soga, with the prostration or and reciting the, right, this text prayer and the name of 35 Buddhas, right, reciting, and then prostration 35 Buddhas, and then in that 35 Buddha practice, first part is prostration, right, 35 Buddhas with the name of 35 Buddhas, each prostration part, and then second one is purification, second part. Third one is dedication. Dedication. So that's called this text, Tungsha Song. It usually is called Pumbo Sumbento, one of the sutra. Pumbo Sumbento is sutra of three aggregates. This text name is called Sutra of Three Aggregates. What are those three aggregates? First, as I told, the prostration part. Second is purified with the fully your regret, understanding, regret, right? The last one is dedication. That's what called Sutra of three aggregates. That one thing, text, prayers. And then another one also is general text name is called another one also. Chisha means generally purification text. Another one text called Chisha. Text name is called Tibetan Chisha. First one is purify for the downfall text. Second name is called text name is called Chisha, generally purification. Chisha. In that text also, what's a short one, also very good for purification. That's in the purification, also very helpful. And now the point here is in those texts. The point here, key important here is to to purify the negative imprints karma with effectively. Firstly, factor important is regret, sense of regret. That's very important within one's own mind. First, individual must have developed the sense of regret. Regret on what? Regret on all your negative, right? Negative action, negative deeds in the past, right? In this life, past doesn't mean on previous life, in the past. With whom you have done, right? You have the negativities. With whom and where and when and what. With this, remember of all this, right? Negative deeds, negative deeds, and with that, remember these things should be develop you the sense of regret, right? Regret. With this regret, and then take the action. As I told that, recite these, use those texts, recite those 35 Buddhas, right? Procession 35 Buddhas, Tungsha, Chisha texts. Number one key factor is sense of regret. The more you, if you do the purification practice with the more sense of your regret, the more sense of regret, it will definitely, effect to, pacify or purify your negativity. That was also told by Miller. Master Miller, he told that. Yes. So that's one of the important factors. Sense of regret is also very, very key factor. Actually, of course, there are four opponents for purification. Number one is sense of regret. Number two is promise or commit not to repeat again by yourself, right? In the future. Number third is then object of purification. Take some image object of good purification and take some action. So four factors. Yeah, that's also very important. And then also purification practice is also very important because of good karma or bad karma, good deeds or bad deeds, right? Sooner or later, usually we are saying karma is good karma or bad karma, whatever. Karma is a certainty. It will definitely produce the result, right? Similar result, good result, bad result. So that's why usually we say karma is certainty, right? Even Buddha, Bodhisattva, right? They cannot help much except your own action, taking your action. If Buddha can help us, right, to purify all our negative action, our negativity, then okay, an individual can do as they want it, right? That's not the case. Yeah, that's why karma is certainty, right? Tibetan we are saying laying ngeba, junde so ngeba. Karma is certainty, right? Certainty. Number one. And second point is karma might be also multiplied if you're not purified. Even that is similarly example like disease, sickness. Even with our sickness or cold, fever, if you not take right some treatment, it might be bring another disease, sickness. right? First, one's disease or sickness that might be bringing another disease. Similar also, if you not purify your own negative deed, this negative deed may be also multiply day by day. Definitely. That's what second say. It can be multiply or increase. Le pel shawa might increase, right? Or develop increase. First, le ngeba. Second, le pel shawa. Third one is le macheba the miteba. If you not do anything good or bad, you will not get any result, right? You will not meet any, right? Good result or bad result if you not. Le macheba the miteba. Number third. Number fourth is le cheba di chu misawa. How to say? Karma, it will not disappear by itself, except one's own action. Exception. It will not disappear by itself. It will not waste or disappear by itself. Last one is let's have a chu misawa. Number fourth. The four aspect of karma point, right? Four aspect of this karma, karmic cause and effect. Four aspect, four characteristic, right? Or four aspect. Yeah. Then you got therefore even example now we, right? Me, even me example born in India example, place, parents, right? And all these my condition, all these are also with not with born with my own choice, right? With my own wish. All these are also right. All these are also from the result of my own previous karma, life karma done by my previous life. That's it true, right? Basic foundation. Even also you all are also same, right? I mean, since where you born, which family, place, and what time, in which date of birth, all is not your choice. Not your parents, right? Example. Your own previous karma of your own previous deeds, right? Good things with your previous, bad things with your previous, like that. Yeah. Place, parents, life, and also nationality, right? Many things. All this also basic, yeah.
Krishna.
Yeah, Tashi Dele.
Krishna,
Yeah.
I don't know, my question is, like when we talk about causes of suffering, sometimes our actions does not mean to hurt or harm anybody, but that like the suffering caused by, I would say, misunderstanding. Where would you put that? Is it ignorance or is it like there's still a cause of suffering? Because like you act something that does not mean to harm or hurt anybody, but because of some misunderstanding, either of the party gets, has to go through suffering.
Rare. Yeah. Also, sometimes with ignorance, right? Mind once from one side, from one individual, from one side, person side, or ignorance for others. Sometimes even right, it also cause the problem or suspicious or doubt or misunderstanding. That's true. Dembare, maripe wongi, right? In Tibetan we are saying maripa, right? Mishibe maripa, ignorance of not knowing, right? Not knowing the reality or fact. Ignorance of maripa, right? Maripa means maripa is the ignorance, the opposite of awareness, right? Understand? So with the ignorance mind from one side or from other side, if something it causes sense of suspicious or doubtful or misunderstanding, right? Many things. It can cause. It might be cause. Yeah. And then that, of course, with the misunderstanding or sense of doubtful or or misunderstanding, right? Or suspicious, that also offers hurt, right? Feeling arising. Now, today I want to here point out one thing. See, what's that? Sense of feeling is very sensitive, right? We everybody have can know that, easily to understand that experience. Sense of feeling. With the feeling, right? Sense of feeling, an individual get either sense of feeling with the feeling, which you will feel more happy or pleasant or unpleasant, right? Feeling. Number one. So these feelings are causes by what? Caused by what? Right mind, understanding good mind or right mind, positive mind or negative mind. Right? Right? 이 누가 서로와 sense of feeling. 서와 대화, 서와 동화. Usually we are saying, right? 서와 대화, 서와 동화 니부대 these two, pleasant, unpleasant, good or bad feeling, right? Good feeling or bad feeling. All these are arising from where? Arising from what? Or arising from where? That also we have to know that. Sense of comfortable, sense of joyful, right? Or like happy, or more satisfaction. Also arising from where or what? Sense of unpleasant or dissatisfaction, anger, right? Sense of anger, or right? Many others. This is unpleasant. Or also arising from where? Arising from what? 이거는 서와 대화다 서와 동화. Usually we are saying, right? 서와 대화다 서와 동화. That for every human being, even animal also, they are also seeking for that, looking for that, seeking for that. 서와 대화, everybody wanted for 서와 대화. Nobody wanted 서와 동화, right? But 서와 동화 also arising from what or from where? That also we need to follow that. So there were even every sentence being needed, wanted, what? From how or from where, right? And this so there were how. Then also we here we need to study and we need to also for that practice. Therefore, your question actually, yeah, true. Maripa, ignorance mind is here, one of the key, right? Causes, one of the key causes for painful or one of the key causes for one's own problem, inner problem, and also for it causes also problem for others. That's the truth. Mishipa. That's why to overcome from this ignorance mind, here also we need to be developed. Individual need to be developed. Must have to develop more wisdom, understanding of the reality. That's true. The more we learn, the more ignorance will be gone. Would be gone. If individual, the more live with more without learning or that with the without attention, that means you keep yourself in the ignorance or in the darkness. So the more you study, the more you learn, it will brings really Nurbu is like great knowledge, great beneficial from knowledge, and which is the similar as like treasury, very precious treasure. It's such a Pesha, money and other things, of course, we need it. Going, coming. But this here, knowledge, treasure is if you have, where you go, you will not be faced with problem. No one can steal. No one can destroy. Right? Treasure of knowledge within our mind. Even if you see example, people here in New York, like people who work in physically, well, how much their salary earning, right? How difficult, how much salary. People who sit in the office with knowledge, have knowledge qualified, who sitting how much they, right? condition, their position, condition, salary. Example. Job, right? Dina shin chi bone. Dina shin de hasa. Digi namshuki study about Buddhism, really, and learning Buddhism and study and having the full clear maximum understanding of Buddhism and practice as much as Buddhism learn as according to your capacity, your level is really brings you happiness in this current life, present life, also individual life, your family, your surrounding, as well as your future life, next life, definitely. Definitely. That's why we see example for Sorry for Dalai Lama, how he always live in peace. How he can be encouraged other people. Dalai Lama. Because of Buddhism knowledge of Buddhism, practice of Buddhism, experience of his Buddhist practice. Experience of his Buddhist practice. Experience of Buddhist practice brings you happiness, truly happiness. Not only the body, sensory happiness, not only the physical, but here inner mental happiness. Happiness, the mental state. Experience of Buddhist practice really brings you. So we can see Dalai Lama, as well as also many other also leaders. Example, Satya Kumar Rinpoche, O Karmapa, to whom you have right respect, Karmapa, and also for Satya Kumar Rinpoche, Karmapa, or many other high lamas, or even Jose, or Samdho Rinpoche, or any other. Even they didn't study modern education. They didn't have no more modern education, but the happiness and joyfulness which they experience by the Buddhist practice, Buddhist practice, and Buddhist knowledge, only from Buddhist practice. Of course, if a person have modern education, of course, it's good. I'm not saying here modern education study is also important, necessary, important, but these all are mainly focus on the materials, right? I mean, external materials, meaningful. Not focus on inner peace, right? Inner peace and happiness. No more. There's no more about that. That's why. Sayala, do you get the answer? Do you get answer? Or no?
Yes, I did kind of. Yeah, it was helpful. But that kind of gave me another thought. I don't know. So maybe just your perspective of, or how do you relate causes of suffering or Buddhism to mental health related issues like anxiety, depression, or bipolar, like extreme. I have seen people having different kinds of, mental health issues that we're not so exposed to mental health issues or the labels or names. In India we weren't that much. But now that I'm hearing a lot of mental health related problems like bipolar, depression, or anxiety, or all this. How do you kind of connect that with Buddhism?
Oh, these all mental problem, as you said, depression, too much stress, all these directly right connect or link to the as Buddhists we are saying how say afflictive emotion, right? Causes for afflictive emotions. Pneumonia. That's true. Afflictive emotions. So here Buddhism, teaching of Buddhism, practice of Buddhism about the mental health issue of mind, mental state, right? Mental health issue. Mainly focus on about the mind and mental state. Yeah, directly. That's why in Buddhist also we are saying if person live it too much, if individual person live it too much, right? Self-centered, self-cherish, or self-attachment, too much self-attachment, or too much attachment on reputation, or too much attachment on right money, And anyway, too much attachment on the things that also cause problem. Definitely, once it's not a reach, once it not achieve the reach, get the success, right? Also attachment, also too much, right? That cause too much problem. Right? Thing you call up. Therefore, of course, but it does not mean that, right? We don't need money, we don't need a reputation, or we don't need how to say, take care or not. It doesn't mean like that. But here, how to say, too much attachment. I mean for that, right? Many people, how to say, expectation, too much expectation, right? And mission, yeah, mission or aim, right? Of some like this position, right? Or name, or era, for praise, right? Nice words, nicely for others. If people too much for their focus on that, that also cause the problem. Unhappy. One is meet, maybe more happy. One is if you do not meet as the expectation, right? As the expectation, the fully expressed, then it causes really unhappy, suffering. Di inju kala di yakuyo ma. Di kange tirta. Sooner or later it will cause problem. Miyu chibu yora too much expect of the rewa chibu shush. Miyu chibu shush wish talk. De miyu there rewa the miyu expectation and this concept ambition both in a right way. Right way, that's also very good. But di mena kange tir. Good ambition, right? And also the expectation with has in which the into color therefore the into color these all these problems, these all mental problems, this unhappy mind anyway, unhappy, all these are actually most of these are too much attachment. Also lấy đồ ta color để cha color 여러 세바 để cha 여러 이 슈슈 무슨나 이 강에 전부 튀게 문에 therefore I want to here clarify one thing, the between difference between attachment and desire. That's different, please don't misunderstand. Attachment, if people have to develop too much attachment with an issue, that causes you problem, suffering sooner or later. But people can with the how to say keep do and keep with the some your desire or your wish dream non with non-attachment, with wisdom, using wisdom, reasoning, logic, rational mind, right? That is definitely will be good. That's good. That's completely fine. That's good. So here I don't want to hear people to don't miss without not to misunderstand between attachment and desire or wish, aspiration. Desire, wish, aspiration, these are okay, fine, positive. But attachment is not just only desire. Attachment is mind hears one of the afflictive emotion. Not just only desire, but it's with one of the ignorance mind. Desire with ignorance, not knowing of the whole reality. That's here visually we are saying problem. It might cause problem. Say like do I tell you answer correctly or not? The depression, the kangish, this is some same. All this mental problem, all this mental issue, usually directly connect to link to the afflictive emotion. That's very true. Therefore, Buddha, in his own words, delusion are the afflictive emotion are the say as the real poison. Delusion are the as the real enemy or real evils, spirit animals. Buddha is said by Buddha own. Right? You more say two moment the cheaper is two. Dang moment is. And do moment is do. Maybe 8 o'clock. We start 6:30. Maybe I think now today is better to stop or not. I think right. Today for me enough. So Demba Shi. Finally, if I want to end here, Four Noble Truth teaching, right? Ending. Dungal Demba, suffering, right? Sickness. Second, Kunjun Demba, means causes of suffering. Second, cause of suffering. These two, which we everybody want to be liberated from that, get free from these two. Right? Which we need to, everybody, right? We need to be liberated or get free from these two. Suffering and causes of suffering. Sickness, right? And cause of sickness. To liberate from these two, right? We need path, teaching, right? Path, as like medicine, right? Right medicine, path, and result. Result of path is what? Liberation or cessation. Gope, lamde. Gope devas. Gopa means here what? Gopa means what is the object? Negation object here. Cessation is suffering and origin of suffering, which we need to cease. And how to do that is path. Lamgi dema, truth of path. Lamgi dema nyamle tene with the practice of with the practice, right? The practice of this path, teaching taught by Buddha. If you can be liberated from this. Yeah, that's maybe today. Let's stop here, right? I think. Choose Deva Yosasha. Keda Gama Chu. 10 past 8.
Good night, everyone.
Yeah, and finally, Samala, good evening and good night. And then please stay with healthy and satisfaction, okay? Comfortable. Sola, in Tibetan, I want to say here, Sola has a chokshech, contentment. Gawa gom, vacation. Sayala has a Tashil Hamoch, Kuzama, the vacation, someone make like. Can't hear the can't hear body, chokshech go, Gawa gom, vacation. In English, we are saying it's very helpful, good to lead, satisfaction, the things which you have now. Lucky, satisfaction. Sense of contentment or satisfaction, right? In your life, the things which you have now. And don't live with upset or sense of upset or dissatisfaction or sadness or anger, things which you do not have. Please don't. It doesn't bring you nothing. Right? It doesn't bring you nothing. Unnecessary. You can achieve. Everyone can be achieved. Right? Your own dreams or your own, right? Your wish. Sooner or later. Keep it that. Just need time. Yeah, that's very important. Okay? Everyone. Yeah, stay healthy and happy. Thank you, Simjana. See you next time. Toji Chena.